v'ha'ereneinu b'sai rasecha v'dabek libeinu b'mitzvaysecha v'ha'ereneinu b'sai rasecha v'dabek libeinu b'mitzvaysecha v'yached levaveinu li'ahava ol yirah eshemecha v'loi nevash li'olam va'ed v'loi nevash li'olam v'yached levaveinu li'ahava ol yirah eshemecha v'loi nevash li'olam va'ed v'loi nevash li'olam va'ed.
Welcome to the graduation of the Rohr Middle School, year 2010, Section IM. It's so hard for people to realize that behind the scenes of a middle school are Rosh Yeshiva, who handle shilas about every single Talmud and make decisions that affect every single Rebbe and teacher here at the school. And we're very privileged to have a yeshiva with the setup that we have. At this time, we'd like to give kavod to our Rosh Yeshiva, Rabbi Binyamin Lubain.
Last week's Parsha, Torah tells us that Moshe Rabbeinu changed Yehoshua's name, and it says, Vayikra Moshe L'Hoshea ben Nun Yehoshua. Rashi brings the Medrash that why did Moshe call his name Yehoshua? Because Moshe was mispadel on Yehoshua. Ko Yoshiacho mi'atzas meraglim. There's a Yud added Hashem's name. That Yud Hey spells shortened version of HaKadosh Baruch Hu's name. That HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Hashem, should protect you, Yoshia, from being pressured by the meraglim. The Or HaChaim asks a very obvious question. He says, I understand why Moshe had a daven for Yeshua. Yeshua was 1 against 10. The meraglim outnumbered him. It's very likely that he'll be under social pressure. But why did he have to change his name? We know that we only change the name. We have a Chodesh Mesukkin. We change the name. Shina Shem, Shina Amazon. But regularly, normally, when you daven for someone, you don't change his name. You just daven for the person. So one answer that's given is that Moshe changed the name because he wanted Yehoshua to know that he davened for him. He wanted Yehoshua to be constantly reminded and to appreciate it. In other words, if Moshe hadn't changed Yeshua's name, if Moshe would have only davened for Yeshua without changing the name, then by davening with Yeshua, he would have given Yeshua a special bracha. He would have given him a special strength. But Yeshua wouldn't have known that he had it. And therefore, Yeshua, when faced with the nisayon of the pressure of the meraglim, which he really could pass because he was given the strength of Moshe, he wouldn't know he could pass. And perhaps he would give up before he even tried. And he would just feel, I can't do this. How am I expected to stand up against all the 10 meraglim? So he wouldn't even put in the effort. He would just quit. So Moshe changed his name so that Yeshua will be constantly reminded. Every time he hears his name, I can do it. I have that special gift. I was given this special bracha. I have that special koyach. I can stand up. And I think this is very appropriate for our graduates. That they were given a special gift, but they have to recognize and realize the gift that they were given. We have in this week's parsha the tremendous machlokes over Aaron. People felt it's not fair. Why is it that Moshe and Aaron, 2 brothers, they take all the top positions in Klal Yisrael? It wasn't only Korach. It was Shevet Ruvain, Shevet Levi. It was even all the Shvatim. They all had to give the matos. And the truth is, doesn't seem fair. So the Sipurno says, how do we understand that Moshe and Aaron would receive the 2 top positions in Klal Yisrael, and Miriam, their sister, was a top position among the women? He says because in the time of the Torah, they didn't have yeshivas like we have today, and the educational system was that a child was taught by his parents and grandparents. And we know from the Psukim that Levi lived approximately 5 or 10 years longer than any of the other Shvatim. And he says, likewise, Kahas lived a little bit longer than all of his contemporaries. So that he says that Levi's children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren got a little bit of a superior education. They had their grandfather longer than other people. And because they had a little bit of a superior education, they built on it. When they have an advantage and you build on it, and the end result was that you had a Moshe Rabbeinu that was shakul keneged all Klal Yisrael. That he took that advantage and he built on it until he was so much greater than everyone else. So that is why the entire family of Amram became so great, because that entire family had a little bit of a better education. And I think, I'm afraid to say, Miami is a little city compared to the big world out there, the big Jewish world. There are many, many yeshivas and many, many schools and many, many middle schools. But I think we can say with certain amount of pride that our little middle school, which comparatively is that little engine, that little school, in many ways has certain brachas that you will not find in some of the largest yeshivas throughout the country. And you fellows, graduates of this school, has to know, you have to realize and appreciate that you were given a special gift. You were given the gift of obviously knowing how to learn Torah, how to understand a Rashi, a Gemara, but you're also given the gift of how to understand people, how to understand what makes people tick, how to avoid machlokes. Having this week's parsha, the terrible results of a machlokes, how to avoid machlokes, and what to do when you get into a machlokes, how to deal with people in general, how to understand human nature. And these are such amazing gifts. The gifts of knowing, of relating to Ben Adam the Makom, and the gift of knowing how to relate to Ben Adam the Chaveira. And our bracha to all the graduates is they should take their gifts that they have, that they, Baruch Hashem, have grown so much, and they should appreciate their gifts, and they should build on it year after year, so that they become, like Moshe and Aaron and Yoshua, leaders in Klal Yisrael, and people that will bring tremendous nachas to themselves, to their parents, to their grandparents, and to all Klal Yisrael.
Over the course of the last few months, each student in the 8th grade has researched and learned about his family's ancestry. In the process, every one of us has come to realize how our experiences and education at Rohr Middle School have reinforced the values passed down to us by our ancestors. Our Rebbeim and teachers have instilled in us a desire to become B'nai Torah. They have also helped us to understand the greatness that lies within each one of us. But perhaps one of the most important lessons that we have learned is how fortunate we are to have had the opportunity to attend the Rohr Middle School, a place that has truly brought out the best in each one of my classmates and me. It is a place that has taught us to value and respect those who have come before us, while at the same time encouraging and assisting us in setting our own goals for the future. Most importantly, we have learned that in order to accomplish our missions in life, we must have the willingness and ability to make real sacrifices, like the ones our ancestors made, so that we could have the opportunity to stand here before all of you today. I would like to now introduce my fellow classmates, each of whom will share a few highlights of what he learned as a result of completing the 8th grade genealogy project. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoy the multimedia presentation by the graduating class of 2010, The Greatness in Me.
Anyone can make a difference. Anyone can have their chance to shine, for the darkness can be lit by anyone. Doesn't matter where you come from, be you bold and brave or scared and small, for the world can see a change through anyone. If you knew the light inside of you that's waiting there to show the world all the wonders you'll do, and although you may have far to go, with every step you'll grow. If you're ready to walk that road, you may falter now and then, but I know you'll rise again. Yes, it's true, there's greatness in you. There's a chance in every moment. Recognize that moment, take that chance, and you'll see what just one voice can really do.
Roar Middle School has taught me that perseverance is the key. Whenever I was assigned a project or an essay that was difficult for me, my teachers kept on pushing me because they knew I had the potential of succeeding. I always look forward to coming to school and viewing the paintings on the walls, which I helped with while I was in workshops. We have great Rebbeim and teachers to make sure we get the best education. Their belief in me helped me to believe in myself.
And although you may have far to go, with every step you grow.
My maternal grandfather, Dr. Solomon Gandelman, was a well-known doctor in the city of Cali, Colombia in South America. His main character traits were honesty, integrity, and loving every fellow man because he was created in God's image. He donated a lot of charity to the poor and would also give tremendous amounts of his time in order to provide medical attention to people who could not afford it free of charge. My paternal grandfather, Martin Noble, was an innovative educator who was determined to reach his goals no matter what obstacles stood in his way.
Can you do what others may have never done? Then one day you might just whisper.
My grandparents were very wealthy and owned a lot of property in Iran. When the revolution began in Iran, my grandparents decided to move out of the country since the government disliked the Jewish people. When they left Iran, they could not bring any of their money or their valuables. They survived living in the United States by wiring money from Iran to the US. Their self-sacrifice taught me how important it is to keep our Jewish identity and follow our customs of the Torah.
Step you'll grow if you're ready to walk that road. You may falter now and then.
My ancestors have taught me to persevere in the face of difficulty and to never lose sight of what's important in life. After her parents were taken away by the Nazis, my grandmother ran away from Vienna and boarded a ship bound for Israel. Even though she experienced tremendous sorrow, she still kept going. This teaches me to never give up what's important to me.
Anyone can make a difference. Anyone can have their chance to shine, for the darkness can be lit by anyone.
My experience at Roar Middle School have affected me by helping me to aspire toward the person I would like to become. My meals have grown to include a desire to help children who have challenges in their life. I learned Torah in my home with my friends in the neighborhood, and I'm helping with a youth group in one of the schools in Hollywood. I would like to thank Roar Middle School for all that it has done for me. My experience will follow me every step that I take in life.
Show the world all the
I come from a long line of great Gedolim, whose lives were based on Torah and Avodas Hashem. Keeping on the path of Torah has been a link in my family forever, and I am honored to carry it on. The values that have been passed down to me by my ancestors live and thrive in Rohr Middle School, where there are excellent rebbeim and teachers who work tirelessly to ensure that every student obtains the proper tools to become a Ben Torah. I have learned from them the importance of being committed to learning Torah, having proper midos, and respecting the holiness of a place where Torah is learned.
And if one then joins another.
My parents and grandparents always taught me to be a mensch. They said that the first step to being a mensch is to always smile and not walk around like a grump. Rohr Middle School instills this teaching. Rabbi Glatt comes every week and gives us a Moshe Shir, which teaches us the proper way to act. At Rohr Middle School, they teach me how to reach my highest potential. It's a great school, and I've had many positive experiences here. All the rebbeim teachers are nice and will care to help you in any way they can.
With every step you go, if you're ready to walk that road, you may falter now and then.
I feel that I have learned many values from both my ancestors and Rohr Middle School. They have impacted my life and forever inspire me. My grandfather says that the most important asset to acquire is the understanding of Torah and to bring the Torah out with you every day in your mind. My father is also someone I can learn a lot from. If I need help with anything, he'll help me, even if it's putting a genealogy essay onto a flash drive. It's not just me who he helps out, but whenever a rabbi comes to our house to collect tzedakah, whether it's for a yeshiva or a family living in poverty, he will always help them.
As you stand and make your difference, anyone, if you knew the light inside of.
Since I was very young, I remember my grandfather always telling Divrei Torah that greatly inspired me to help other people. He is tremendously careful about trying to fulfill every mitzvah he can. My grandmother is always on the lookout to make sure I'm doing the right thing and following in the footsteps of my ancestors. She constantly reminds me to wear the appropriate Ben Torah attire so I look like a mensch. The path to becoming a Ben Torah can take months, years, or maybe even a lifetime. One needs time, effort, and work. But with RMS and my family guiding me through each footstep, I know I will succeed.
Rohr Middle School has taught me the importance of kindness and sensitivity. The school's mission statement, to ignite the greatness within every student, underlines the school's benevolence to each and every student. When a boy needs help in his learning or needs to have a modified curriculum taught to him, the school will have special programs available for that boy. The concern and compassion that the teachers have for the students ingrains in me the importance of kindness and understanding. This has taught me to find the uniqueness and importance in every person and to care and be sensitive to every individual.
If you knew the light inside of you that's waiting there to show.
My grandparents and ancestors, as well as Rohr Middle School, have been a huge influence on my life. They have taught and passed down valuable lessons for me to live by. Rohr has taught me honesty. Whether in a business setting or simply between friends, honesty is crucial to becoming a Ben Torah. My grandparents have taught me to be open-minded, curious, and to accept people for who they are, regardless of race, religion, or culture. They have encouraged me to embrace the adventure of my impending move to Mexico, and their support will help me overcome the many challenges I might face in a foreign environment. I appreciate my grandparents for passing these lessons down to me and to have the privilege of attending the Rohr Middle School.
There's a chance in every moment. Recognize that moment, take that that chance and you'll see what just...
My parents taught me everything I needed to understand Torah so that I could become a great Torah scholar. My Rebbeim, teachers, and ancestors taught me all that I know about Torah and my Sephardic customs. In the middle school, we learned Gemara in depth. This helps the love for Torah inside of me grow, because at the end of the day, I feel as if I have accomplished so much from learning. As my understanding of our religion continues to develop, I become a better person in my everyday life.
Show them all the wonders you'll do, and although you may have far to go.
At the age of 16, my grandmother had to go to work, and she gave all the money she earned to her family. This was a very difficult sacrifice for her to make. My grandmother's motto was, "Say little, do much," and she exemplified this by giving charity to people who didn't have money or food, and collected money for the poor and needy. Even though her house was small, it was always open to visitors. She never turned anyone away, and somehow always found space for guests. Both my ancestors and RMS have taught me to be a walking Kiddush Hashem, and to behave respectfully wherever I go, so that when people look at me, they'll think well of Jews and the Torah.
My family comes from Iran. They persevered through many hardships in order to get to America. Roar Middle School has given me the opportunity to achieve the goals my parents wanted to achieve in Iran, but could not because of all the anti-Semitism. My Rebbeim and teachers have given me the strength and guidance to develop into the Ben Torah I am today and all I will be in the future.
With every step you grow, if you're ready.
My grandfather, who is an Auschwitz survivor, taught me the importance of helping others. One time, while laboring in the camp, my grandfather saw an elderly man working very hard dragging heavy stones. He knew that the man would not last much longer doing such hard labor, so he risked his life and asked the supervisor who liked him to assign him to an easier job in the kitchen. Many years later, my grandfather met up with this elderly man who said that if my grandfather had not got him the easier job, he would have died. I have learned from this how important chesed is, and I hope I am able to follow the path to becoming a true Ben Torah, which my grandfather and other ancestors have set for me.
Doesn't matter where you come from, be you bold and brave or scared.
My grandparents are responsible for teaching me proper midos and are role models who showed me how to daven with the proper kavanah, what chesed is all about, and seeking the good in all of life situations. My parents continue along the path set by my grandparents, teaching me all the ways as to how a proper Jew should behave, both privately and publicly. My Rebbe, Rabbi Albert, reinforces both my love for Torah and Yiddishkeit, as does our principal, Rabbi Palgan, serve as a shining example of Torah and Midos that everyone should attempt to emulate.
I have grown so much here at the Roar Middle School. RMS has taught me to be more responsible. I have learned to treat other people's possessions as I would treat something that belonged to me. I have been improving upon coming to time to school and to class. Roar Middle School has helped me learn that everything I do has a consequence. I have learned that I alone am responsible for my actions. Both my school and my family have taught me so many vital mitzvot and traits that are required to set myself on a proper path. I want to continue on the path to becoming a Ben Torah, and then with more work, a man and a Talmid Chacham.
Good night, old MacDonald, good night, Mother Goose. The day is now turning to night. Good night to the faces that always appear and somehow make everything right. Hello, Mr. Blanket, my very good friend. So happy to see you again. Today I learned all about Aleph and Beis and learned how to count up to 10. Hashem, watch over the children. Please wrap them in your warm blessings. Hashem, watch over the children tonight. Hashem, watch over the children. Please wrap them in your warm blessings. Hashem, watch over the children.
My Zadie is a very pious man. I remember him setting up learning groups and teaching Jewish laws and customs to people of all backgrounds. He wakes up before dawn and studies daily portions of the Torah. Although he is currently undergoing harsh medical treatments, he still continues to learn and review his vast Torah knowledge. This is the kind of perseverance and dedication to which I aspire in my studies. This value is reinforced every day at the middle school by my rebbeim and teachers. Their dedication to learning and the respect they show to all students demonstrate how a Ben Torah should behave.
If you knew the light inside of you that's waiting there to show
My great-grandfather's uncle was Rabbi Yeshua Buxbaum. The Nazis were taking his students to a concentration camp, but his students had arranged his own ticket to Israel in order to save him. However, Rabbi Buxbaum refused to abandon his students and went with them to the concentration camp. From this story, I learned that every Jewish person must care for one another and share hardships together. My ancestors have helped me tremendously on my road to becoming a Ben Torah. They have helped me shape Torah, and they have helped me learn Torah and have helped shape the person I am today.
There's a chance in every moment. Recognize that
My ancestors have created major impacts on those who are around them. Caring about their fellow Jew and elevating the level of religious observance within their communities was always of utmost importance. After World War II, they housed many boys coming from the Mir Yeshiva in Shanghai, as well as orphans from the Holocaust who had no money, family, or even a place to stay. My ancestors have created a free loan society in Israel, built the first mikvah in Montreal, and helped create many yeshivas. My family's motto has always been that the world stands on three things: Torah, Avoda, and Gemilas Chasadim. I now have a clearer understanding of these three principles since I have studied the actions of my ancestors. I look forward to continue living by these principles.
with every step you grow, if you're ready to walk that road, you may falter.
There have been many lessons passed down by my ancestors that helped on the road to becoming a Ben Torah. My great-grandmother could always be seen circulating the shoals of early 1900 Chicago, collecting money for needy families and institutions,
even though she easily could have used the money herself. Another lesson that I could learn from my ancestors is to always learn Torah no matter what. My grandfather would wake up at 2 in the morning and learn the Chavrusa for 2 hours. By him waking up at 2 in the morning just shows how important Torah was to him and to what lengths he was willing to go to learn it.
If you knew the light inside of you that's waiting there to shine.
In order to reach a destination, one must know from where he is coming and where he is headed. My ancestors have taught me about where I've come from, and the rural middle school has taught me where I need to go in order to be a Ben Torah. RMS has wonderful programs to help me achieve my goals. The Minyaneer Club offers me incentives to daven. The Lashon Tov Club helps keep my mouth pure. Above all, my Rebbeim and teachers instruct me that being a mensch is the most important value in life. This is the definition of a Ben Torah.
There's greatness in
I have learned many life lessons from my Rebbeim, administrators, and teachers. They helped me grow and develop over my years here, constantly devoted to helping me reach my potential. I have had the privilege of attending Shabbatons with my Rebbeim. I have been able to speak with my Rebbeim in the evenings as well as after hours. Walking down the halls of War Middle School feels like home away from home. The Torah is walked and talked here. I am awed by how much the staff does for us, and all in their quiet and modest way. This is a lesson I hold dear. I hope I will be able to emulate this combination of wisdom, strength, and humility.
the light inside of you that's waiting there to show the world all the world.
The Roar Middle School has taught me many values of a Ben Torah. The most important is to always have bitachon, faith in Hashem, that all will turn out well. Learning Torah and doing mitzvos will lead to bitachon. Thanks to my family and the Roar Middle School, I have a strong awareness of Hashem's presence, a love of Torah, and bitachon. These are the most important things for a Ben Torah.
Yes, it's true. There's greatness in you. There's a chance.
When I first arrived at North Miami Beach for the school interview in June of 2009 with Rabbi Palgon, I felt alone and scared, not knowing what to expect. Even though I felt this way, I kept a positive attitude, an important lesson I learned from my ancestors. My father's mother was always in a good mood, no matter what the situation was. Sure enough, when I arrived here, Rabbi Palgon, the Rebbeim, teachers, students, and friends alike have taken me in and treated me like family. Each day, when I walk through those doors, I don't feel like I'm at school. I feel at home. Everyone here has helped to truly ignite the greatness in me.
You may have far to go with every step you.
The road to becoming a Ben Torah is not an easy one to take. It requires effort and a willingness to change. My ancestors worked hard to keep their faith and make the right decisions. Without the guidance of my family and the Roar Middle School, I would not be where I am today. Both have taught me kindness, perseverance, and unity. These values and lessons will help me throughout my life.
You may choose to hide in silence, too afraid to free yourself.
I am a grandchild of Holocaust survivors. Perseverance and patience were critical in helping my grandparents survive. After escaping from Poland when the Nazis invaded, my grandfather survived World War II with his parents in the frozen steppes of Siberia. My grandmother was hidden away in Krakow, Poland, alone, pretending to be the daughter of her Christian Polish nanny. Upon coming to America after the war, their mission was to raise families that follow the Torah in this new secular country. My training and graduation from Roar Middle School fit very well into my family's mission, ideals, and values. I feel I am well on my way to becoming a Ben Torah.
You may have far to go. With every step you grow. If you're ready to.
My grandmother was born before World War II and faced many hardships during the war. Her family was impoverished. They could not afford to buy a new pair of shoes from the store. My grandmother had to wear a pair of shoes that was extremely tight on her feet because there was no money to buy a new pair. But despite these dire circumstances, my grandmother never lost faith. I hope to pass down this faith that my grandmother had down to future generations.
The greatest value I have learned from my ancestors is the importance of helping others. My grandfather, Solomon Kalchman Zatzal, lived a life of charity. For some time, he was a guidance counselor. He helped young adults with their unique needs and set goals for them to prosper. He also helped kids with disabilities by creating a program for them to succeed in life. At the Pesach meal, he would invite strangers to join in order to bring them closer to Kedusha. By keeping the values of my ancestors and the midos I have learned from Roar Middle School, I only hope to progress in Torah.
When Jews first arrived in America, it was hard for them to keep Shabbos. Some people succumbed to the pressure because they were afraid of being poverty-stricken, but not my great-grandfather. He had an unshakable trust and belief in Hashem, so he never worked on Shabbos. This allowed him to follow in Hashem's ways impeccably for his entire life. The values of being an observant and God-fearing Jew, having hope and optimism for a better tomorrow, and having trust and faith in Hashem have been particularly emphasized in my family. We can all apply these values to our daily lives.
And if one then joins another, doing things one never could alone, slowly one becomes.
I have learned from my parents and Roar Middle School that no matter what decision you face, you have to trust in Hashem to help you make the right one. Last year, I had a hard decision to make. I live in Houston, Texas, but needed to find a new yeshiva. So my parents and I decided the best place for me to grow would be Roar Middle School. I can see now how right that decision was. From making new friends to becoming a better Jew, Roar Middle School definitely ignited the greatness in me.
If you're ready to walk that road, you may falter now and then, but I know you'll rise.
The Russian government confiscated half of the money owned by my grandfather. He moved to America to start a new business. He had to learn a new language in a new country. He wasn't depressed by the difficulties, rather he worked hard and became successful. I learned from this that one needs to bounce back from challenging situations and start fresh with a positive outlook.
As you stand and make your difference anymore, if you knew the light inside of you.
Roar Middle School taught me that it's important to appreciate one's Jewish heritage. Jewish parents need to make their children's Torah education a top priority in their finances. This requires paying extra money to send their children to yeshiva. For many people, especially in these times, this requires them to give up certain luxuries for something that they believe in. There are times in life when I may need to make sacrifices that require a large personal effort. It is my sincerest wish that this lesson that I learned here at RMS will stay with me forever.
There's greatness in you.
My grandfather dedicated a substantial part of his life towards Kiruv. A man once approached my father and told him, "Thanks to your father, my wife and I are religious and are raising a firm family. There are many people in our community who are religious today because of what your father accomplished." Even if a Jew seems to be faltering, deep inside of him there is a spark of greatness. The Roar Middle School endeavors to ignite that spark.
Doesn't matter where you come from, be you bold and brave or scared and small for
sight that brings tears to my eyes. I marvel how fast you have grown through the years. I realize how quickly time flies. The world seems at peace just by looking at you. Your innocence makes all seem right. Sleep tight, little darling, have many sweet dreams. It's time for me to say goodnight. Hashem, watch over the children. Please wrap them in your warmth and blessings. Hashem, watch over the children tonight. Hashem, watch over the children. Please wrap them in your warmth and blessings. Hashem, watch over the children. Wrap them in your warmth and blessings. Hashem, watch over the children choose to hide in silence, too afraid to free yourself, and so can you do what others may have never done. Then one day you might just whisper, and the world will swear they heard you roar as you stand and make your difference anyone. If you knew the light inside of you that's waiting there to show the world all the wonders you'll do, and although you may have far to go, with every step you'll grow. If you're ready to walk that road, you may falter now and then, but I know you'll rise again. Yes, it's true,
see the light inside of me that's waiting there to show the world what a wonder I'll be. Though I know I may have far to go, with every step I go, and I'm ready to walk that road. If I try and do my best, then I know that RMS will ignite the greatness in me. I can see the light inside of me that's waiting there to show the world what a wonder I'll be. Though I know I may have far to go, with every step I'll go, and I'm ready to walk that road. If I try and do my best, then I know that RMS will ignite the greatness in me. I can see the light inside of me that's waiting there to show the world what a wonder I'll be. Though I know I may have far to go, with every step I'll go, and I'm ready to walk that road. If I try and do my best, then I know that RMS will ignite the greatness in me. Yes, it's true, there's greatness in me.
To our dear graduates, how could it be possible to be more proud of you than we all are today? Your graduating class has been our school's dream, comprised of great leaders who have been a model of excellence for our younger children. You've helped shape the successes and reputation of our budding middle school. Your graduating class of 2010 will always be remembered as a tight-knit group comprised of so many leaders who are not afraid to lead, and followers who are prepared to follow what the Torah says is right and proper. Our goal and objective at the middle school was to first understand your ultimate potential and then tap into your own greatness to help mold you into intelligent and sophisticated B'nai Torah as you plan to enter high school. To be a Ben Torah takes maturity, in focus. It means understanding that greatness is often seen in the smallest acts that people do. Before World War II, Rabbi Yechezkel Abramsky, Zecher Tzadik Levracha, the great Rav of London, took it upon himself to collect money for a needy Kala, a bride soon to be married. When Rabbi Yechezkel had collected the entire amount, he himself went to mail the envelope containing the check. His Talmidim asked him why he made it a point of mailing the letter himself rather than sending his shamus, his attendant, to do it. The Rav replied with the following story. The wife of the Vilna Gaon made a pact with her closest friend. They promised each other that whichever one of them passes away first will appear to the other in some form within 30 days and tell the other what Olam Haba, what the next world is like. As it turned out, this friend died first and appeared in a dream to the wife of the Vilna Gaon. Do you remember when we went from door to door together, collecting funds for tzedakah, she asked? We once spotted a wealthy woman, and I raised my hand to motion for her to stop walking so that we could approach her and ask her for a nice donation. Well, this simple act of raising my hand was noted in Shemayim, and I received extra reward for this trivial motion and exertion of energy. And that is why I chose to mail this envelope myself, answered Rabbi Yechezkel Abramsky. Well, Rabbi Yechezkel and the friend of the wife of the Vilna Gaon are testifying for us that greatness in fact can be seen in every mitzvah we choose to do. What a powerful message. Every word of Torah that you have learned and will learn will continue to be recorded in Shemayim by Hashem. Every Amen and Amen Yehesh Mirabah you have ever and will ever answer. Every time you refrain from speaking Lashon Hara or embarrassing a sibling or a classmate, every act of kindness toward a fellow Jew, whether or not you're the recipient of the orange juice of the morning, will be recorded in Shemayim, kept in a treasure chest, and stored for you. These will protect you and your family. These can never be taken away. These are what are really important in life. You've heard over 400 stories about our Gedolim and Tzaddikim over the last 3 years. We are proud to present you this morning with our gift, Lights of Our Exile, a history of the transmission of our Torah through the efforts of the greatest Gedolim and Tzaddikim of yesteryear. May you grow to become shining lights for all of Klal Yisrael. And may we all merit to see only the greatness in each and every one of you. On behalf of all our Rosh Yeshiva, Rebbeim, faculty, and staff, I'd like to wish each of you a happy and healthy life, filled with all the blessings that Hashem must have in store for those who study and keep the Torah. You have made us very proud. Mazel Tov upon this morning's significant milestone. This time I'd like to ask Rabbi Alber, the Rebbe, Rabbi Bassman to come up here for the presentation of diplomas. David Elishayev. Aaron Shlomo Noble. Shmuel Avrahami. Eliyahu Talmi. Chaim Bendahan. Shua Learfield. Avi Braunschweiger. Moshe Levy. Jason Brody. Yisachar Dov Mandel. Gadi Dreyfus. Yoel Maya. Aaron Atedgi. Benjamin Nemani. Yitzi Flamholz. Shalev Peleg. Zachary Groffman. Nathaniel Radin. Cindy Gross. Grant Rosenbaum. Nehemiah Gruenstein. Josh Rosenberg. Gabi Hassan. Zvi Rosenberg. Chaim Cleaver. Moshe Talmi. Avi Jaraslowitz. Yehuda Silverman. Davidi Kalchman. Yoni Lefkowitz. Michael Kessler. Yosef Rubinov. Ellie Hersher. Akiva Unger. Before the graduates do their processional out, I just want to let everyone know that there'll be a DVD included in their yearbooks, which will include the entire presentation that you saw today. I want to publicly thank Rabbi Mati Rosenberg for his brilliance and creativity.
v'ha'ereneinu b'sai rasecha v'dabek libeinu b'mitzvaysecha v'ha'ereneinu b'sai rasecha v'dabek libeinu b'mitzvaysecha v'yached levaveinu li'ahava u'yirah eshemecha v'loi nevash li'olam va'ed v'loi nevash li'olam li'olam va'ed v'yached levaveinu li'ahava u'yirah eshemecha v'loi nevash li'olam va'ed v'loi nevash li'olam li'olam va'ed